Good morning, good morning. This is your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman, coming to you on this Tuesday. I just want to talk about the school system real quick. I just found out that in Michigan, they just changed a law they made it a law. No backpacks in the schools. Okay, they already took the books out. Kids already don't have books, right? Now they don't have backpacks. I just want to know what they teaching these kids. You can't take books. You can't take your notebooks. You can't, what are they going to school to learn? And I noticed a lot of you have fell off my page. Y'all don't make comments no more. I don't know what it is because I don't know. Because I always deliver some real shit. But it's up to y'all. But that's how my people are. Black people don't support black people. My support don't come from the people I know or on Facebook. Come from other avenues. And it's cool. But all I do is try to deliver some real shit to you all. And I guess y'all don't want to hear. Y'all like drama. But y'all not paying attention. I just have a question. Why are they taking all this crazy stuff out to school? Stuff that's important, like backpacks and doing all this crazy stuff, thinking they ain't going to make a difference. When the things they really need to take out, they're not doing. They putting stuff in the schools that making these things happen. For example, ask yourself, anybody that's my age or in their 30s and up, do you remember any school shootings like it is now? Do you remember kids being disobedient like they are now? Did that happen? I don't remember. I remember kids were afraid to even have a fist fight. Less known a shooting at the school. A third grader got caught with a fully loaded gun 2 weeks ago in Grand Rapids. What are the third grader doing with a gun? What is a third grader doing with a gun? And what kind of parents don't put their gun up? But what I was saying, I digress. They took something important out and they put demonic spirits in, and this is the outcome. They took God out the school. They took God out. People voted on, you can't mention no religion, you can't pledge allegiance to the flag, you can't say nothing about God at all in the schools. So these kids don't know nothing about God because they're not learning it at home. They ain't learning it at school. They don't go to church, so they don't even know what God is, who God is. They don't have to fear God. This is why they school shooters. This is why they fight each other. Girls stabbing each other. A girl at EK got stabbed in the head by another girl. We wasn't doing all that. So you have to think, why is it happening now? Something has changed. What changed was they took God out. When they took God out, what did they put in? They put all this homosexual stuff in there. They have rights. They letting the kids have the right not to play sports, not to participate and have a voice. We didn't have a choice to do nothing. When we went to school, you had to go to school, do your work. You better get good grades. If your mama or daddy want you on the team or the cheerleading team, that's what the hell you was going to do. You come home, be in the house before the street lights come on. Do your chores, mind your parents. We didn't have an option. We didn't have choices. Kids didn't have a voice. Kids were seen and not heard. And what they do, they let the law sit there and tell parents, what you doing? They let the law sit there and tell parents they can't whoop their kids. And that's what happened. And now that you can't whoop your children, the children whooping you. But see, this is the system we have. This is the world we live in. We thinking that their way is the right way. I just don't get it. I just want to tell y'all, Michigan has a law now, no backpacks in schools because they're afraid of the guns and the shooters. Why they just don't have metal detectors? And armed guards. You know why? They said, oh, we don't want schools to be like prisons. Schools are already like prisons. Schools have not changed since I was a kid. They teaching the same stuff they taught me, and I'm 54 years old next month. They teaching these kids the same thing that they taught me, and how much has changed? They have technology. real estate. I mean, they had all back then, not technology, but they had the real estate and stuff. They don't teach these kids how to manage a checking account. They don't leave out of high school with a license. They don't know how to do money management. They don't have people skills to get a job. They don't teach these kids nothing but some old shit that they taught me, and I'm 54 years old. So it's already a prison. I just don't understand why parents not saying more. Y'all just send your kids off like it's a babysitter. Get out, go to school. Some of y'all don't even get them, make sure they dressed. You just pushing them out to the system and letting the system raise them. And these kids ain't learning shit. I told y'all, I asked one of these kids, it was a little boy, 2 years ago. I asked him, do you know who Dr. King was? You know, he told me, wasn't he a president? I said, what? I wanted to slap the hell out of him. But they ain't teaching them nothing. And I want y'all to tell y'all kids it's more to Black history than Dr. King, Harriet Tubman, and Malcolm X. It's way more to Black history than those three people. And that's all they know. But it's up to the parents to teach. You are their first teacher. They learn at home. But if your child running around with guns and they school shooters, I kind of blame the parents. Because my mother had the fear of God in me. I could see a gun land somewhere, I wouldn't dare touch it. You know, you got to do better. These women got to get their mind off men and focus on their children. Y'all more concerned about what a man doing and where he at than where your kids at. And then you blaming the world. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. Y'all better wake up. We need to protest and march and vote to put God back in the church. Back in the schools. They done took God out the schools, and now they're teaching homosexual classes. And y'all wonder why it is full of demonic spirits in these schools, why they have school shootings, why these kids in an uproar. Because the devil is in there now. They took God out and they replaced him with Satan. These kids are cursed. They got demonic spirits all over them. And the parents not saying nothing. Y'all just letting it happen. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I bet if I ask each one of y'all right now, what did your kid learn yesterday? Not last week. What did your kids learn yesterday in school? You wouldn't know because you didn't even ask them. Ask my grandbaby, what did she learn yesterday? She said, I had fun at recess. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, people don't care. You better start paying attention and you got to treat your kids like they're your student. You're their first teacher. You can't depend on the system to teach them because the system ain't teaching them nothing but how to fail and go to the prison system. Their money. Every head they get in that prison system is money. Why do you think you got a social security number? Because you count for something. They want your tax money. They want to make sure they keep track of you. That's your tracking device. Your social security number. We ain't paying attention to nothing that's going on in the world. Don't nobody say nothing. And all y'all do is complain. Man, it's getting hard. Food so high. This is happening. What y'all doing about it? I didn't realize till someone said it. It's about 100 people in the world that runs the whole world. And it's millions of us. And we listen to 100 people like robots. We in the matrix by 100 people. Ain't that crazy? Something wrong with us. But this your girl. Have a good day. Ask your kids what they're learning. Check their backpack. Well, they can't take them to school now. But check their person. Search them down like you a damn prison guard. Because they might just have your gun on them. Before I go, I want to say something. What reason I say that? Because I had to go to a young man's house and tell his parents that he was on Facebook making threats, right? I showed his father the screenshot that I did, his stepdad, of the picture of the gun. His father ran upstairs, looked, his gun was gone. He didn't even know his son had his gun. And he said, thank you. I'm beating the shit out of him. I might end up in jail today. He said, that's my registered gun. I could be in jail because he done took my gun and he out on the streets of Grand Rapids about to do anything with my gun. That show you how much respect he has for me as his stepfather. And I raised this boy. Check your kids. Or they could destroy you. Talk to y'all later. Bye.